Hi. I want to start today with a house update, so let's get into it. Woo! As you know, you've seen all this background jazz before. So the front door is over yonder. So when you walk in the front door, you get this beautiful, you see the whole house. You see the living area, you see the kitchen, you see the dining area. The only problem is that this door is only accessible when it's not snowing. When it is snowing, which is 96% of the time when you live in Massachusetts, you have to use this door. Now this door leads to the basement, and the basement looks like garbage. Let me show ya. Healthy Dad and my boyfriend made a little cat door in here because the litter box is down here. So this is what we're twerking with. We have unfinished stairs leading into an unfinished basement. We have a litter box, an elliptical, a treadmill, and some boxes. So when it's snowing, see, this is the garage. So you have to come in through the garage, and then this is the first thing you see when you walk into the house, which it ain't good. So what I want to do down here is make this into a gym. I want to put up beams in front of this so that we could actually build a wall right here, so that there can be a wall that starts here that extends all the way down there, so that this will be concealed. We won't see any of this. And I would love to put insulation behind the wall so that we could actually heat down here. Do the same over here. Maybe build a closet in the wall right here so that we have access to that. Perhaps maybe here's what we might do. Maybe we'll do a closet here and then do another closet here so that you can get to this if you need to, and then obviously redo the floors because these are totally unfinished floors. So that's what I would love to do. I tripped. I'm wearing pointy shoes. Can you see? I'm wearing pointy shoes and I just... Anyway, so okay, here is the filming area. This is gonna get big changes. So I had the lighting person come and they set up all of my lighting. They were very precise about what they were doing. Here, this is going. That's gonna go into my office, which I will show you. I'm gonna put a bamboo clothing rack right there. I'm gonna be sitting right here in the videos, so that's gonna be on the left. And then over here on the right, I'm going to have, my dad is gonna build some pipe shelves. So search pipe shelves, they're really cool. My dad is gonna build 3 pipe shelves that I'm gonna put some knick-knack paddywhacks on. So this little thing is gonna go actually into my office. We're gonna have the clothing rack here and I'm gonna hang some clothes on it. Everything is going to be in this color scheme that you see right here. So that's what the filming area is gonna look like. Pipe shelves, we're gonna have the clothing rack right there. And then my office, I totally need to work on because this is what I have right now for my office. Guys, this is a little mat. It's a heated cat mat that I put the cats on while I work because otherwise I literally cannot get anything done. But it's really cool because it has a chew resistant cord. Bear loves to chew cords. I got this on Amazon. They absolutely love it. You can see there's cat hair all over it because they are just loving this thing. So it's heated and they will sit on this so that they're not walking all over my keyboard when I'm trying to get some work done. Are you gonna show us how you use it? Show us how you use your mat. Do you love this mat? Yeah, you love it. I think I might put up wallpaper back there. I do have some stick-on wallpaper that I haven't used yet. I have my little tea station, but this is a huge, this is not even close to done what I want this to look like in the end. But that's my little office, which is off of this filming area. So that's the little house update for now. All right, so now for today's video, Hi guys, I'm Emmie. If you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is Emmie. I'm a nutritionist and the creator of the Slim on Starch program, where you work with me as well as a nutrition coach and a mindset coach so that you can lose weight on a plant-based, starch-based diet. I am here to simplify weight loss on a plant-based diet and to help you make peace and find peace with food. If you want to apply to work with me and my team, go to healthyemmie.org, or you can just click the link in the down bar. Also, make sure to hit subscribe. I upload a new video every Wednesday and Saturday. Today, I'm gonna be sharing with you my top 5 fat loss foods. We'll start with number 5 and we'll go down to number 1. Number 5 on the list is apples. Why apples? There are a few things that you probably haven't heard of before, and I'm gonna start out with a reason that you definitely have not considered about apples. Something that I find, and you might be a culprit of this, is that when you're eating, you're looking for the next bite. So a lot of times I'll see that you're chewing the food, and while you're chewing the food, you're already digging around for that next bite. If you are doing that, you are eating far too quickly. You need to chew until your food is the consistency of applesauce. You need to chew until your food is a paste before you swallow it. This is what's gonna allow for maximum digestion, minimal bloating, and making sure that you're not eating too many calories because you're eating far too quickly. A lot of times you end up overeating without even realizing it out of the sheer fact that you're eating so quickly. When it comes to an apple, you bite into the apple and you can't go digging for that next piece until you've swallowed the piece that you're eating right now, because you bite directly into the apple. This is a reason why apples are such great weight loss foods, because they force you to slow down. Additionally, you have to chew that apple, otherwise you're gonna be swallowing big chunky pieces of apple, big crunchy chunky pieces of apple, which is not very pleasant. So you are motivated to chew. Chewing leads to satiety. The more times you open and close your jaw, the more satisfied and satiated you become from whatever it is that you're eating. So apples are beautiful because they force you to slow down and to make sure that you're eating at a rate that's gonna allow for maximum digestion, minimal bloating, and actually absorbing the nutrients. And it's gonna ensure that you're not eating too much. Also, apples are sweet, and we all love to have a sweet treat. It's a great little snack, it's a great dessert. Apples also have something called soluble fiber. Soluble fiber and insoluble fiber are a little bit different. Soluble fiber is what delays stomach emptying, and it gives you that nice full feeling. Also, apples are nice and crunchy. I always have people asking me, Emmie, I need a crunchy snack. I need something I can bite into and get that crunch. It's just so satisfying. And apples are exactly that. They're nice and crunchy to give you that satisfaction, snacky feeling that I find a lot of people looking for. So apples are number 5 on the list. Number 4 on the list is beans. Beans also have that soluble fiber that I talked about with apples, which give you that full feeling and delay stomach emptying. Beans are also very high in protein, which is shown to be a macronutrient that is quite satisfying. Of course, I don't want you to be getting your protein from animal products, so beans are the way to go to get that nice full feeling. And you know, a lot of times when you have a meal, if you are transitioning to a plant-based diet and you have been eating meat-based products, your meal might not feel as complete without that meat on it. A lot of people will say this to me as they start to transition to a plant-based diet. So by putting some beans on there, it gives that meal that nice, bulky, full, complete feeling. You really feel like your plate is made up, it is complete, you got everything on there, you're hitting all the markers when you throw that source of protein on there. I'm not big on pulling out certain macronutrients, but the fact of the matter is that this is one of the reasons why beans are so satisfying. Beans also are one of the foods that tie together all of the blue zones. The blue zones are the areas on Earth where people live to be the longest and the healthiest. The Okinawans in Japan, Loma Linda, these are some of the places where people live to be very, very old and very, very healthy in their old age, and they're all eating loads of beans. They're all also eating a diet that is, for the majority, based on plants. They're eating plant-based diets. But beans are an awesome source of fiber, protein. They tie together the blue zones. They give you that nice full feeling to really make your meal feel complete so that you're not peckish all the time. By throwing beans onto your meal, you're gonna feel satisfied for a long time after eating the food, which is gonna keep you from picking at all the other things or just overeating in general. It can allow you to eat a decent sized meal and feel complete, feel good to go, and not feel like you can just keep eating and you're not feeling truly satisfied. Number 3 on the list is boiled potatoes, specifically boiled potatoes. There is a study done called the Satiety Index of Common Foods, and they wanted to compare how satisfying, how satiating are all these different foods. And they would give people about 200 or 300 calories worth of all these different foods. So they said, here's 200 calories of a muffin, here's 200 calories of fish, here's 200 calories of bread, here's 200 calories of boiled potatoes. And they did it for a whole slew of foods. When the people were given the potatoes, they were so beyond full and satisfied in comparison to all the other things that they had. I mean, think about it. If you get 200 calories of chocolate, you get like a square the size of my pinky. Are you gonna feel full from that? No way. But if you get 200 calories worth of boiled potatoes, that's a good amount. That's gonna be really satisfying. The boiled potatoes retain a lot of the water, which contributes to the feeling of fullness. And the starch specifically is what makes you feel so full. My program is called the Slim on Starch program, and I drive home the importance of starch and not just eating vegetables all the time and salads that don't have starch, because the starch is so satisfying. It's a complex carbohydrate, which means the energy that you get from it is going to sustain you over a long period of time as your body breaks down that complex carbohydrate in comparison to something that is a simple carbohydrate, a simple sugar, which your body just burns off, wham bam, thank you man, very quickly. The complex carbohydrate is going to give you sustained energy over a longer period of time. Also, those potatoes are nice and high in fiber, which gives you that feeling too. Number 2 on the list is leafy greens. When it comes to calorie density, the lowest that you can possibly get on the list is leafy greens. I often see that people that are struggling with weight loss are way under eating on their leafy greens. This is as low as you can get in calorie density. So if you're trying to drive down the overall caloric density of your meals, add in leafy greens. Isn't it funny that when I say you want to eat lower on the calorie density average to add something in, but that is the fact of the matter. You want to crowd out those other foods that are higher in calories by adding in foods that are lower in calories so that your stomach just doesn't have room for the foods that are higher in calories. So leafy greens, raw leafy greens, whatever kind you like. Don't get all tripped up about the superfood properties of the kale versus the red leaf lettuce versus the mesclun versus the spinach versus the arugula. You are way too lost in the sauce if you're looking at that. Let's just keep it simple. And the simple fact of the matter is that lettuce is healthy. I mean, for goodness sake, I eat iceberg lettuce. That's the lettuce that I prefer. There's a myth out there that iceberg lettuce has zero nutritional value, and the reason why this is a myth is because it is so high in water that it is low in calories. And if something is low in calories, the amount of vitamins and minerals that you'll be able to detect is lower because it's relative to the amount of calories that are in there. So if something has, 100 calories per 4 ounces versus whatever it is for lettuce, like 15 calories per 4 ounces, you're not going to be able to detect as many of the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients that are absolutely in there. But because it's so low in calories, the amount of vitamins, minerals, and nutrients is going to be lower relative to the amount of calories that are in there. So iceberg lettuce has plenty of vitamins, minerals, and nutrients. Does it have as much as kale? Probably not. But the difference in vitamins, minerals, and nutrients between kale and iceberg lettuce is not going to be the difference in whether or not you're overweight or at a healthy weight. It's a matter of average caloric density, and leafy greens, raw leafy greens, are a great way to lower the average calorie density of your meals. And then number 1 on the list is dark green vegetables. Dark green vegetables have something called thylakoids in them. What thylakoids do is they shut off the hunger signal. So when you eat a meal that has a bunch of dark green vegetables in it, for the rest of the day, you're not gonna have those sugar cravings because of those beautiful thylakoids that you chose to put into your body by choosing those green vegetables. How incredible that you have this power to control whether or not you're gonna have sugar cravings throughout the day by choosing foods that can shut off those cravings. So what I want you to do today is to choose to eat some dark green vegetables: broccoli, Brussels sprouts, asparagus, cabbage, bok choy, zucchini. Any of these dark green vegetables are gonna aid in lowering your cravings throughout the rest of the day, and you have the power to make that happen. They're also so low in caloric density, which, as I touched on earlier, is the key here to lower the average calorie density of your meals. If you're new to the channel, at the end of every video, I reveal a secret word that I want you to comment if you are still watching. And it shows me who my homies are, who are my real healthy honeys who are watching to the end of the video. So today's word, what if I made it thylakoids? That would be so mean because then you would have to spell out thylakoids. So today's secret word is vegetables, because that is my #1 food, dark green vegetables for fat loss. I love you, honeys. If you have any ideas for what I should do in the basement to make that at-home gym, or any suggestions if you have done this project on your own, please let me know in the comments. I love you, honeys, and I'll see you in my next video. Woo!